We're now going to talk about scam alerts.
Yes, because a new survey has revealed that nearly 3/4 of people have been targeted by them in the past year alone.
Well, this survey was conducted by NatWest, and it's revealed they now see more digital and online scams than real-life cons. Let's go to financial expert and founder of Money Magpie. That's Jasmine Burtles. Good morning, Jasmine.
Hello there.
Jasmine, is there a type of scam that's becoming more popular than others at the moment?
Well, as you say, it is particularly online scams more than people coming to the door. I mean, it's said that many of us have been targeted, and I think, anybody watching right now will know that they've been targeted by a number of scams online. On the whole, we can spot them. I mean, I seem to get them every day, by email. But many of them are getting much cleverer because of their, we've got AI now, which can make people look like somebody entirely different. So that, I think, is the biggest worry at the moment, that you'll be contacted probably by social media, by somebody who looks absolutely real, could even look like somebody but they're actually AI.
Yeah, you hear accounts of people having their voice replicated through AI and making telephone calls, pulling on heartstrings. Mum, I need a bank transfer. Just awful, because you just question, what would your parents do in that situation? But that being said, technology is still the solution probably in all of this. I mean, biometrics have become huge, haven't they, in most banking now. How easy is that to be scammed by AI? Do you know?
Well, yes, it's a very good point, and this is something I think that the banks are having to work on really fast. The problem with fraud on the whole is that the fraudsters tend to be a few steps beyond ahead of the banks, certainly, and police as well. So, as you say, biometrics are coming in, and also what many are saying is that we ourselves need to get cleverer. It's boring, it's tedious, but we have to assume that anything that's coming in, particularly as an email or a text, is going to be a fraud. Of course, the problem is when they pretend to be your parents or your child, or there are scams that have been going for actually hundreds of years before we had the internet and everything, where they would pretend to be somebody somebody you care about, who's been put in prison or had an accident somewhere a long way away. So, but we have to get more and more just assuming that it's going to be a scam before we find out if it isn't a scam. And this, boringly, is how our attitude has to be now to emails and texts.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, Jasmine, which is be suspicious of everything. Not everybody has got that cynical nature, of course. I find, why is anybody texting me or phoning me? Why? And they're obviously legit, most of these things, but they don't look legit. They don't sound legit, and they could be your dentist, they could be the NHS, they could be the opticians. There's lots of sort of people who want to speak to you, and I just want to say, go away, stop texting me. If you want me, email me, or I don't know. I don't like people communicating with me via text.
How millennial of you. Millennials hate that as well, don't they?
It is quite millennial. And actually, on the millennial point, it's interestingly, I've seen a few surveys that have shown that it's the younger people who are more susceptible, oddly enough, to these kind of scams. I think they haven't got cynical enough yet.
Yeah, not in my family. We have a family WhatsApp group, and we're always going, oh, no, Dad. Oh, what do you think? Is Dad being scammed? And we're all sort of trying to, who's going to break it to Dad that, this could be another...
Oh, yeah.
There's always one in the family, isn't there, who's the most trusting. It's probably the nicest person. Jasmine, thank you very much. Personal finance expert and founder of Money Magpie. Really good, useful tips there. Thank you.
Thank you.